litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash and love to spin. Made it killing and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad.
Well, Coach, any Florida resident will tell you that afternoon pop-up showers and storms are the norm, and that's exactly what we have right now. Rain throughout today here in Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. 6 orange.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Let's go. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Break. 16. Check back 16. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
The drive starts with a give to Spiller. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Spiller. And an alley to run. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They run with Spiller. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the safety creep. Look at me, zipper. Hey, check motion man. Put your down.
They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Ready?
He'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Now Spiller. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. So now they operate back from their side of the field here. 2nd and long. 2nd and long. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. From Viking territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Back to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. I call it no gain there on the 1st down play.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the 2nd level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Second and 5. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Josh Allen, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. That's taken on the 25. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
On the ready.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Alpha. 5.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's 2nd and 8. Stepping up, he's going to keep him. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They'll run on first down. Logan. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. He completes it to Wilson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
Check 26, check 26.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and 3. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll look to throw here toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. The kick by Lambeau is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Parker, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the point.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. And at his side back, you can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big one there for the Vikings. And even 50 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another first down run right there.
This is Jones. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. Now back to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's second down.
Ready, set.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, box drop, box.
2nd and 10. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Second and 11 at the 16-yard line.
Mike's fofo. Here we go, D. 44.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. He'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's how we do it.
Loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Ja'Kai Polite has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. They'll drop the throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And to give this time to the tailback. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. This complete to Lockett. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a base.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The throw over the middle taken in. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 35. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. And he's going to go down again.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Back to throw here. Forced out to his left. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 15. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds McCoy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a handoff looking right, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yards.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Come on, set, 50, plant. Hey, let's calm down. 61, match box now.
On first down, it's Logan. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 2nd and 11. Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Back to throw now on first down. And a completion to Wilson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. This is Spiller. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
60 Pittsburgh.
Back to throw. Wilson's got it complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, a 22. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. Check 15, check 15. Takes 3. 218, chopper. Get it.
2nd and 9 now. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the deep.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Looking to throw, and that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Josh Oliver, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Jaguars get a score closer. Point after by Lambeau, up and good, and that'll make this a 19-point ball game. Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
At the Jaguars' 28-yard line.
Red, 60 outlaw. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Slam. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player, not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead now up to 22. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Hey, high 7. Ready?
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Now back to throw. And complete. Spiller out of the backfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 22. They'll set up a throw. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Hey, Haywood! Get it!
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, and what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking deep now for McCoy. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll look to throw here, and that's knocked away and incomplete. When they need to play on third down, you kind of know what direction the ball's going, but the defense knew it too.
Yeah, it's a good call because they wanted to put 2 men on him, and they did. Dare him to throw into double coverage. Really what you're saying is, let's see if one of your other receivers can beat us.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big